It certainly takes a very foolish monster to stand against the Lord of Spirits. Even a fake one. Mila's the best. Are we still full on orange shells? Well, we need to buy a couple. You threw them at Elise.
Yeah.
We have to pay her anyway.
Sorry, got orders to make you pay up. 100,000 gold repaid.
Vera here. I've got urgent news for you. Former Director Krusnik has stolen the Canaan waymarker you recovered.
What?
I've also been given a message for you from a man named Erston. It reads, meet me in front of the Spirius building.
The king!
We need to pursue Julius.
We need to pursue Julius.
Yep.
I'm pleased to hear it. Director Rideau's pursuit team has been dispatched to Eladi Sea Haven. Please meet up with him there.
I mean...
Glasses guy ran off again?
Yeah.
I remember on our last playthrough how eager we were to say, let's hear what Orston has to say. So, it's not much of a secret we're big Gaius fans. He's an effective ruler.
I got nothing.
What's wrong?
You know how budget gourmet food is blowing up right now? I was trying to come up with a few recipe ideas.
You should ask Luger about that. He might have some.
What do you think? Got any ideas for my new budget gourmet menu?
R1 is Elise affection. And
I mean,
L1 is...
I know what I would say.
I mean, L1 sounds tasty.
R1 sounds correct.
How about a sushi bowl in which everything's
I
pink?
want meat.
Everything's pink? A pink sushi bowl?
Sushi is pretty
Oh,
good.
I get it. Make the rice with plum vinegar, top it with shrimp, salmon, garnish with pink ginger.
That sounds so cute. I want one. Hurry up and get cooking.
Ooh, looks like a hit with the young female demographic.
What if we made it even pinker, like with watermelon chunks and strawberry mousse?
Let's remember this is a sushi bowl. Don't get crazy with the sweet stuff.
It's about cuteness, not flavor. Down with your anti-parent agenda.
The young female demographic is proving to be a tad challenging. Let's head back to the drawing board.
We need veggie sticks.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, the deal with this choice is you're basically choosing who you want to recruit next, Muzet or Gaius.
And whether or not you want to get the next level of
Well,
Chromatus.
doesn't the
earlier
Gaius
or
one give
later.
you access to the Cambalar region, though?
I don't think so.
I
no.
thought you went to,
You go to it in a fractured dimension, you don't
Yeah,
go to
but
the
I
actual.
thought it was connected to when it unlocked. Because I know that's the next area we unlock in the world.
Why is this place not...
Is there really any reason for other towns?
Yeah, because at endgame this one doesn't sell everything.
I mean, Drellin is a town that's relevant too. So we have two towns that exist in the game. Neokara and Drellin. And if we need to heal, now would be the time.
A peaceful
But I'll
town.
be right back.
When you're in a place like this, it feels as though the whole world is untouched by war.
As will I.
After our brief restroom break, I realized it had been a long time since we looked at the Allium Orb, and I just rearranged characters to catch up on some elements they were falling behind on. Because generally speaking, your low-hanging fruit is the most important stuff to pick up. We have most of the super critical moves from the orb.
I know one that I don't have.
I just put you on this because it's catching you up on the two elements you're furthest back on. Wind and water.
How far along am I on,
Yeah, as you can see. That's actually nearly a perfect one for Ludger, because it gives him a ton of wind and water, and it also builds more on two other elements, just because why not, right? What move are you looking for? Because some of these come from side quests. I think all your second Mystic Arts do. But yes, I know you want that move. Yeah.
You mean Arcane Arts?
Second Mystic Arts do too, in a way.
Mystic Arts are from the main story.
The second ones are from the Affinity. And there is a piece of ore just floating over Mila's head back there.
Oh, there's where he's standing at.
Blech, Rideau's here.
There's ore next to Rideau. It is certainly much more pleasant than Rideau himself. And Alvin just learned an art.
Well, that took long enough.
Lady Mid... Quit messing with my head, Faker!
What? First you drag me into this mess, then you call me names? How dare you?
Forgive me. She's stern in her own way, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So, the real one still isn't back yet?
No. Muzet is looking for her, but...
I see.
Hey, how come Mr. Rideau is wearing those funny glasses?
He's hiding some fancy footwork. Old Julius stomped his face pretty good before he made his escape.
I want to see.
It's pretty funny. Let's get this show underway. Your wish is my command, sir.
Dear Julius was last spotted here at the Sea Haven. Split up and root him out.
All right then, we'll take the western side of the trail.
Well, in that case, I guess we'll search the mill. Just like old times.
And we'll check the sea routes.
I want Julius taken alive, understood? I need to return his hospitality.
Rideau, we care so much about your feelings and concerns.
This is the town where I lived when I was a child.
So who do we have with us?
Pretty sure.
I'll take these characters. How do you feel about this set of characters?
Pretty good.
Literally the perfect party combination.
It's Muzet! Don't tell me you're hurting these villagers. I would never do such a thing.
Yes, you
Is
would.
it gonna give us the optimal party?
Mila? Or not? But who might you be?
I'm the former Maxwell. Pleased to meet you.
Beg your pardon? Alternate dimensions. The land of Canaan.
Does that ring any bells?
Perhaps.
Well, if it isn't that floating porridge thief.
Oh, Muzet? What can I say? I was getting pretty hungry. Wait, so spirits can get hungry? Honestly? No. that Mila taught me the pleasure of eating a good meal.
You did, huh?
That wasn't me.
An unauthorized agent's entered a fractured dimension. We think it's Julius Kresnik. The probability of this dimension containing a waymarker strikes us as very high.
Luger, let's go after him. Not so fast, children. I'm pretty sure that Julius fellow is expecting you.
Even so, we're not about to pass up this chance.
In that case, Luger, would it be an imposition to take me along?
No.
Just very direct.
Why?
I want to keep my eye on this one. If she's like my Mila, she's reckless.
I don't need a babysitter.
One more weirdo's joining the crew, Rolo.
Hey, if she's a friend of yours, then one of you needs to pay up.
Emergency.
Luger owes more money.
Muzet, shouldn't you pay Luger back?
I want to hear the rest of this. It's probably pretty funny.
Are you reprimanding me? What an adorably impudent child you are.
We just lost 100 gold, by the way.
I'm barely scared of you at all anymore.
What would happen if you somehow
What a
made it
horrible
here
thing to
without
say.
100 gold?
I've never been scared. Did you see it? Did you see
We're also
that
going to get all the
arch-
skills from Muzet, so
Yeah.
I figured you'd just pick them up. Did Muzet just join at level 30?
Skills.
Aerial Force is an incredible skill. And it's shared with your link partner. Fairy Stoke and Hidden Target or not. Both at once is so counterproductive, too. And what's her orb like? Well, I mean,
It's very dark.
like what she start with in terms of her total points. That's pretty bad. Mila's still not quite caught up, but she's done okay.
It's a lot of different points, at least. It's her stamina.
Has Rolo been back for a while or something?
Maybe.
Well, you should turn off all those physical moves right away. Oh yeah, fixing her AI. Prioritize healing is better. You want her to cast when you don't need to heal.
Her? The way that Sweetheart works,
Her spells
actually,
are
not
useful
really.
and good.
They are, but a lot of times I just put them on shortcuts when we need them. But the thing about the way that her Sweetheart works is that you just want her littering the field with Sweethearts like the entire fight. We need to fix Mila's too.
Oh, there's a spoiler. Mila eventually gets a healing move.
Just now? That felt absolutely wonderful. Have you gotten used
there
to
anything
me?
else? Oh.
You don't look at me with the same wide-eyed wonder that you used to. Here's a reward for being such a good boy. Not that I mind being looked at that way. Have you put on more muscle? Like right here and right there? Yes, you definitely filled out a bit. It's a good look for you. See See how closely I've got my eye
You know,
on you?
most characters, if they just meet
I
that
understand
Luger and immediately
precious
acted the way they do in these
little
scenes, would be
things
super awkward.
But the time
I guess
we
it'd be
spent
awkward with her
together has
too,
made
but
it
not
clear to
nearly as
me that
obnoxious.
You don't dislike me. I'm in a good mood today, so I'll give you this. If you asked me if I like you or dislike you, I'd have to go with like.
Because she just is
Lately,
very
being
forward
near you
floating,
has made me
or
feel all light
floating and
floaty.
flirting.
It's a warm and ticklish feeling. I didn't even know that I could feel like this. If I had never met you, I bet I'd never know this feeling at all. Luger, I'm only going to say this once. For being with me. For looking at me the way you do. Thank you.
Skill tome, attack absorber, dexterity plus. What is attack absorber, by the way? That's horrible. But dexterity 3 is good.
She has butterfly
This just leaves the dilemma. What do we put as our party level?
But I'm not a bug, you know.
Slash it.
You're a spirit, just like Mila's big sister.
She's not like her at all. My sister had an awe-inspiring presence.
My, aren't you rude? I'll have you know that I used to be quite awe-inspiring.
I don't know if that's the word I would use.
She used to be a psychopath.
Why isn't there an option like you still seem like a psychopath to me?
Really?
The Muzet of Xillia one was really just a horrible person. It was almost bizarre that she survived the story, given all the people who didn't.
And all the people that she made sure didn't, right?
She's a great spirit, though, so they just kind of get a pass on everything in this world.
I don't know how you used to be, but I like the way you are now.
Oh my, Luger. Are you hitting on me?
You're hitting on her?
Huh?
Calm down. She's obviously joking.
Of course I was, but isn't that how all the best romances begin?
How would I know?
That was a joke, too.
I'm sure it was.
Come to think of it,
I like the way Muzet is now, too.
Well, the majority of our party is 24, so I'm going to put our level as 24. Muzet joining
It's pretty
in third
funny
is
when
ridiculous.
Elise gave her comment, I like the way you are now, too. It would be totally Muzet's character to ask if she was flirting, too.
Dimension. I wonder if the light spirit climb here is different. There are monsters here who camouflage themselves as rocks. Best stay on...
Oh yeah, we have to check Muzet's equipment.
Come and get it.
we'll be back.
I just had to do that.
Muzet lets whoever's linked with her, which is always going to be Ludger, teleport.
Naturally. I do everything I can to stay away from
But yeah,
them.
Muzet equipment. And we have to see who that midi blouse could help out, if anyone. Muzet or probably Elise, right? Oh, she already has it.
Yeah.
Do we have an extra of the circlet that'll replace that ribbon? The silver circlet, or?
We do not have an extra one, though.
Finding that midi blouse was nice though, because that saves us a chunk of cash. That's probably what they intend you to use. It said Violet Pin, but given the character she is, I read it as Violet Pin.
We said her, or yeah, I said her orb, right? Yeah.
She learned an art. I wonder if it was air pressure.
Oh, get a load of that pretty shell.
Don't run off like that, Elle.
I don't get why you insist on bringing the child with you.
I wonder. Perhaps humans are at their best when they have someone to protect.
Is that how it was with you too?
Who knows? I'm not human.
Right.
But I do know I don't want to be alone anymore.
Indeed. Wait, where do you think you're going? He's just as bad as the little girl. Well, aren't you the happy little fugitive? Just humming the day away.
It's an old family tune. A real blast from the past. It's called the Hymn of Proof. It's supposed to be about longing to see someone. Here's my brother. I guess it works.
You always liked that song, Julius.
No, you always did. Even when you were in diapers. I could just hum a few bars and you'd shut right up. Do you remember that camping trip back when we were kids? You know, the one where we got lost in the mountains? The poison oak, that grizzly bear, and then that huge thunderstorm. But as soon as I hummed this song, you stopped scratching at yourself and started walking. I offered to carry you, but you stomped your feet and yelled, "No, I can do it!" We hoofed it all night until we finally reached that village. But my throat hurt worse than my feet after all that humming.
Brotherly love's not why you led us here.
Let's get down to business. You can keep the pocket watch. My priorities have changed. I want that girl, Elle.
She has a father.
If you refuse, I'll have to take her by force. Level with me here. Why do you keep Elle around anyway?
I promised her we'd go to the land of Canaan together.
Enough of Canaan! That path will only lead to our ruin.
You know something we don't, perhaps?
I know the cruelty of Origin's trial. I swear to you, I'm only doing this because you mean so much.
Elle's in trouble.
The catalyst!
That monster over there used some weird spirit art on Elle. Yeah, and healing arts aren't doing squat. That's a stigma art. Look out!
Be careful, Elise.
It's gone!
What's a stigma art?
It's a spirit art that slowly corrupts one's life force. The only way to counter it is to eliminate the channeler.
The channeler? You mean that monster?
Yes, the Seafall Phantom.
Wait, that's one of the waymarkers.
They're fortunately extinct in our dimension. They attack their prey unseen with stigma arts. When the prey stops moving, the beast drinks it dry.
Hang in there, Al. Be strong. You can't give up, or Bunnykins won't come for a visit. But if you can hold on for a bit longer, I promise I'll bring him to see you.
Elise, if you keep straining your Manalope, you'll die along with her.
But I made her a promise.
Yeah, she promised her, and promises are important.
Keep it up, and both of you are goners.
I'll lure the Phantom out.
You'll what? That's insane.
What in the world are you doing?
I think I'm gonna barf.
You're using your own blood to lure it out?
So you'd go that far?
She must mean a lot.
Ready?
Luger! Protect that girl to the end! No matter the cost!
Thanks, Julius.